Hello, everyone. It is Monday. It's the 12th of December. We're getting close to the holiday season. During the holidays, just before the holidays, I always like to put in some interesting practices where we can bring our stress levels down. So today we're going to be working the whole body in a nice, balanced way. We'll also be working on a bit more flexibility. And we'll do some breathing exercises and some meditative exercises with a very nice long relaxation exercise at the end. Now, I would suggest, as you can see, I'm pretty well dressed. I would suggest you have a sweater or a blanket nearby, because when we stop moving, we don't want you to get cold, okay? As soon as you start feeling your skin getting cold, that's where you need to cover up. So let's begin lying down on our backs, please. If during the practice you get warm, of course, take off your sweater or take off the blanket, but then have it nearby so you can grab it. So we'll start lying down on the ground on your mat. And with the legs stretched out, just to start, set your hands on your belly. And here we're going to initiate abdominal breaths. When you breathe from the abdomen, you get the diaphragm in full use. So, of course, your lungs don't descend into your abdomen. They end just above the bottom of the rib cage. And the muscle, which is called the diaphragm, is attached onto the bottom ribs of the rib cage, as well as some vertebra, and it moves up and attaches into some higher ribs as well. But when you breathe and you expand the bottom ribs of the rib cage, then you're using the diaphragm. So we'll keep our hands at our tummies, and we'll take a deep breath in, expanding, and breathing out. We'll do 5 of these breaths. Breathing in and out. This breathing exercise is super important. Keep going. This is what can help your nervous system to calm down. It works on the vagus nerve, if you've ever heard of the vagus nerve, which is responsible for your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. It takes you out of stress, out of alert mode. So just doing these deep breaths can really get you on your way to calming the system down. One more time. Okay. This time, raise your arms over your head, reach from fingers to toes, point your toes, see if you can lengthen your whole body, and then breathe out, bring your right knee up to the chest, squeeze it towards the chest. And again, we're going to stretch the legs on the floor, reach over your head, breathing in and breathing out. Bring your left knee up to the chest this time. That's it. And again, we breathe in and stretch and breathe out, right knee to the chest. Keep going, this time the left side. This exercise is really lovely to do as a first thing each morning. It gets the body, the legs, the hips, the back prepared for movement. Right knee, pull it in. One more time. With the left knee, pulling it in. And lift both knees up to the chest now. Squeeze them against the chest and softly rock from side to side. Gently, softly. Okay. Come back to center, lift your head, bring the nose between the knees, rounding your whole back. And lowering the head down to the floor. Now, hold on to your legs And start to make circles with your feet. As you notice, I'm doing one foot circling around and the other, so that when you circle the feet, they don't touch each other. You'll do one to the right and then the left. Yeah. And then to get into some coordination, change the direction of the circles. Coordinating the feet. That's it. Now flex both feet and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. That's it. Good. Now stretch your legs up to the sky, grab behind the legs, and I want you to flex and point here. This is warming up a bit the ankles as well as the calves, and it helps to drain the blood out of the feet and the lower legs. Flexing and pointing, and then relax. Shake your feet out a little bit. Good. Bending both knees now, stretch your right arm next to your right ear, roll all the way to your right hand side, and push down on the floor to lift from the side. Come up onto your hands and knees on the mat. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And let's do a cat and cow. Curl the spine, look skyward, breathing in, and breathe out and round, look to your belly button. And again, we'll curl, breathing in, breathing out, let's round. One more time, let's curl, breathing in, and round, breathing out. Coming back to a flat back. Open your knees a little bit. And I want you to raise the right arm up to the sky, twisting your body, and then thread the needle, bringing the arm underneath you, twist to the opposite side, and again, same arm, right arm, twist up to the sky, and threading underneath your body towards the left. One more time, lifting right arm up to the sky, and thread the needle. Coming back up, both hands under the shoulders. Here we go with the left arm. Reach up to the sky, opening up and twisting, and threading under. Changing again, left arm reaching, and threading under. Good. One more time, reaching up, and thread under. Excellent. Coming back up, walk your hands far out in front of you. Press the hips back. See if you can get your forehead to the floor and press the chest down to the earth. This gets a stretch into the arms, the upper back, the chest, the shoulders. Take a couple deep breaths here. This is called puppy dog pose, puppy dog. Walk your hands back. Lift up onto the hands and knees again, and this time thread the arms between the knees till the hands come towards the feet, and bring your forehead down, and just rest here. Tuck your chin in, curling back up. Here we're going to move straight into down dog. So reach your hands far out in front, tuck your toes, take your down dog pose. Bend your right knee, pressing the left heel down, and we change. Bend the left knee and change. So we're just working the legs out here, right and left. Taking your time, get the hips moving, low back moving. Stretch both legs straight. Let's move into a plank position. Softly move your body forward, pull the belly in, and press back to down dog. And again, breathing into plank position. Shoulders wide. Press back to down dog. One more time, moving into plank position. Lower the knees, lower your chest. Point your toes and lengthen your legs nicely behind you. Rise up to a small cobra. Breathe in and breathe out. Move back down. Take your time. Breathing in, rise. Breathing out, move back down. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. One more time, breathe in. Bring your chest back down, push up onto the hands and knees. Let's get a side stretch in here, hands off. The right hand side of the mat, press your hips back. Lifting back up, let's take the hands off the left hand side of the mat, pressing the hips back. Coming back up, hands onto your mat. Tuck your toes under, rise to down dog once again. And begin stepping your feet forward, softly forward till you reach the front edge of your mat. Once you're here, be sure your knees are bent, hips are back. Grab your elbows and sway softly from side to side. Coming back to center, let your arms drop and roll your right and left shoulders. For those of you who followed the power yoga classes, you're going to recognize this. It's a nice release for the upper body. Bend your knees now. Set your hands at your thighs and begin rolling up. You use your hands to support the back. Roll up to a standing position. Release your arms by your sides. Okay, everyone. Here you're going to look for your perfect posture. Feet being rotated into the earth. So you really want to feel like you almost screw your feet into the earth. They rotate out, toes rotating out to the sides. Knees soft, hips are back a little bit, chest lifted, arms stretched by your sides. And now we're going to move into the warm-up. So if you have a sweater on, maybe you already want to take it off. Hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms and stretch skyward, nice and tall. Bring your elbows to your knees, get into that squat position, and then the hands come to the floor. Step your right foot back first, then the left. We're in plank position now. Lower the knees, lower your chest softly to the earth. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs, rise to a little cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up first onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, rise to down dog. Raise your right leg, knees bent, press it to the sky 3 times. 2, 1, swing the leg as far forward as possible. Step the rest of the way forward. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs. Come to chair. Now we're going to add on already here. Raise your arms to chair. Twist to your right. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your arms back up to chair and come up to standing. Arms stretched by your sides. Good. Hands to heart center. We'll move again. Deep breath in. Stay slow, calm, folding forward. Become aware of all your movements. Step back left leg first this time. Then the right, plank. Move your knees down. Move down softly to the earth. Point your toes, lengthen out your legs. Rise to a cobra. Bring your chest back down. Push up onto the hands and knees. Bring your hands off the left-hand side of the mat. Stretching back. Coming back to center. Tucking your toes, come to down dog. Raise your left leg, press it up. 3, 2, 1. Swing it as far forward as possible. Stepping forward. Bend your knees low, hands to thighs, come up to chair. Arms by your ears. Twist left, look over your left shoulder. Back to center. And to standing. Arms stretched by your sides. Good, let's keep going. Hands to heart center, same thing. Breathing in, rise, make it fluid like you're going through water. Elbows to knees. Stepping back to plank. Knees come down, chest comes down. Point your toes, lengthen, rise to cobra. Pushing back onto your hands and knees. Hands off the right-hand side of the mat, press back. Back to center, down dog. Right leg up, press it, 3, 2, 1, swinging forward, as far forward as possible. Bend your knees coming into chair. Twist to your right. Back to chair. And up to standing. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Folding. Stepping back to plank. Knees come down, make it smooth. All the way down. Cobra, smooth. Onto your knees. Hands off the left-hand side of the mat, hips back. Back onto the mat. Down dog. Left leg pressing up. 3, 2, 1. Swing it forward. Stepping forward into chair. Twist left. Back to chair. Up to standing. One more time each side. Let's go. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in. Rise up. Let's go, ladies. Fold forward. That's great. Stepping back to plank. One leg at a time. Good. Move your knees down. Move the chest down. And into cobra. Beautiful. Push back. Down dog. Or sorry, onto the knees, and we do that side stretch. My fault. Good. Then coming back and into down dog. Good. Right leg goes up. Press it. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Swing it forward. Excellent. Coming forward, getting into chair. Spin to your right. Good. Back to center. And coming up to standing. Last round with these easy positions. Deep breath in. Let's rise. And fold forward. Good. Stepping back, one leg at a time to plank. And then moving down to the floor. That's it. Good. Rising up to cobra and press back. Down dog. Perfect. Good. Yeah, thank you. You remembered the side stretch. I keep forgetting that side stretch. Do the side stretch if you remember, and then to down dog. And then left leg pressing up. 3, good job. 2, 1, swinging it forward, coming forward, and then move up into chair, and we spin to our left. Let's go. Back to center, and up to standing. Ah, nicely done. From here, stay as you are. Place your right hand on your chest, your left hand on your belly. Close your eyes a moment. Come into the sensation of your heartbeat. If you can feel your heartbeat, just connect with the sensation. If you cannot feel your heartbeat, that's okay. Connect with the sensation of your breath. You should feel your whole rib cage moving with the breath. Ideally, your tummy stays engaged, and it's mainly your ribs breathing deeply here. 2 more deep breaths. One more. Release your arms down by your sides. Good job, ladies. We're going to add on. We're going to take the sun salutation a little bit farther. Stay with me for as long as possible. If there are postures that are too difficult, you can just take a break. Here we go. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, let's rise. We'll fold here. Step your right leg back, only right leg. Turn so that the heel is pointing inwards and your toes are pointing out. Set your left elbow to your left thigh. Bring your right hand to your hip. So you're in a side angle pose. Raise your right arm up over the head and reach to the front of your mat. Get the whole right side lengthening. Take a deep breath in. Rise all the way up. Keep your legs as they are, and we reverse. It's called a circular warrior. So you go back into reverse warrior. And then circle again, circular warrior. Bring your hands down and step back to plank. Hold your plank, lift your head. If you want to work harder, raise the right leg here. And we do 3, 2, 1. You can move down with or without the knees. You could also keep the right leg up. And then bring everything to the floor. Rise to cobra. And push straight back to down dog. Let's go. Whew. Raise your right leg up now. The knee is bent. Open the hip by lifting the right knee up over the left. You could stay here, or you could flip your dog by setting the right foot down. Raise your hips up, raise your right arm up. Raise it over the head, reach to the front of your mat. Back up to the sky, flip back to down dog. Woo. Raise the right leg, swing it forward as far as possible. Then the left, getting into chair. We spin again to the right, look over your right shoulder. Back to chair, and up to standing. Good fun. Hands to heart center. Let's do the other side. Deep breath in. Folding forward. Step only your left leg back this time. The left heel turns in. Right elbow to the right thigh. Left hand to the hip. Raise your left arm to the front of your mat. Side pose. Hold for a moment, stretching the whole side body. Circular warrior, you raise your arms up and you lean back. Right arm reaches to the sky. And then circle it back down and to the floor. Stepping back, you're in plank position. If you wish, lift your left leg and hold. 3, 2, 1, move down to the floor, with or without your knees, with or without the feet down. Point your toes, rise to cobra, push back to down dog. Woohoo! Raise the left leg again, bend the knee, open the hip. You could stay here, or to flip over, you lift your left hand, you set the left foot down behind you, and you raise the left arm to the sky. Bring it over the head, back to the sky, flipping back to down dog. Left leg goes back up, swing it forward. Step the rest of the way forward, hands to thighs, coming into chair. Spin to your left, back to center, and up to standing. Good. Let's go through that 2 more times. Hands to heart center. Deep breath in, rise. Fold it. Step only your right leg back. Turn the heel in, bring the foot flat. Left elbow to the thigh, right hand to the hip. Side angle pose, reach to the front of your mat. Circular warrior, bring it up. Reverse it back, and then all the way down to the floor. Really good core work here. Plank position. Raise the right leg, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Move to the floor. Pointing your toes, coming up to cobra, and push back to down dog. Right leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. You can stay here or flip over by bringing the right foot behind you, right arm up, over the head, reach up to the sky, flipping back to down dog. Right leg lifts, swing it forward, stepping all the way forward, hands to thighs, chair, spin to your right, whew. Coming back to chair, and up to standing. Good, last round, hands to heart center. Deep breath in, folding. Stepping back, left leg this time. Left leg steps back, turn it in. Right hand to thigh, left hand to hip. Raise the left arm, reach to the front of the room. And reversing it, you raise both arms up and reverse your warrior. And bring it back down into your plank position. Raise your left leg, hold it 3, 2, 1, moving down, pointing your toes, rising to cobra, down dog. Left leg comes up, bend the knee, open the hip, and reverse it if you want, flipping over the head, back to down dog, raise the left leg, swing it forward, step the rest of the way forward, hands to thighs as you come up to chair, spin to your left, back to chair, and all the way up to standing. Right hand on the chest, left hand on the belly, close your eyes, bring yourself back to calm, back to the parasympathetic nervous system. Feel your heartbeat calming down. Two more deep breaths. Opening your eyes, bring your hands to your hips, soften your knees, raise your right leg, and clasp your hands behind you, stretching the arms as straight as possible behind you. Open the chest. Now lift your chin just slightly, look up diagonally. Deep breaths, always from the nose if possible. Now look forward and send the leg behind you into an airplane, raising the arms, keeping the hands clasped together. Lift the leg, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release it, coming to standing. Hands to your hips again. Soften your knees. Raise your left leg. This time your hands come in front of the heart center. We just change a little bit. Hold it here and lift the chin. Looking skyward. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. This time arms out to the side, palms facing down. It works the shoulders a little bit differently. Set your gaze at the floor and lean forward into airplane. Lift the leg behind you and hold here. Lift your arms nicely out to the sides. 3, 2, 1. Releasing. Hands to your hips. Bend your right knee, bring it out to the side. You could be at the ankle, a little bit higher than the kneecap, or the inner thigh. Raise your arms up in a V. We take tree pose. Lift your eyes. Focus your eyes on one point. Staying here. Deep breathing. Hands to your hips. Lower the leg. We change sides. Left knee bends. Bring it out to the side. Ankle, knee, or inner thigh. Raise your arms and stretch skyward in a V. Lift your eyes and focus. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Hands to hips. And lower the foot. Good job, everyone. All right, we're going to move to the floor. Hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, rise, and fold. Elbows come to knees. Bring your hands down and step back to plank. Now, we've already worked the core quite a bit, but we're going to hold it here in plank. If it's too much, bring your knees down. You could also bring your elbows down. Choose which is best for you. We're going to hold for 5 deep breaths. Keep pulling your belly in and up. 4. Squeeze your legs strong. Squeeze your glutes if possible. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Bring your hands underneath your forehead and move your hips from side to side. And we're going to stay here on the belly. I want you to take those 5 deep breaths in and out using your diaphragm. So it really calms the nervous system. Feel that your lower back rises as you breathe in and falls as you breathe out. 5 times. 4. 3. 2. Here's the last one. 1. Lift up your head and rise up onto your elbows. Bend your right knee. Now, if possible, reach around with your right hand and grab the ankle of the foot and pull the heel towards the hip. If it's too much for your knee, maybe you just want to stay here with bent knees, with the bent knee. If you can get the foot and bring it in, let the right hip point downwards as much as possible. There you get a full stretch of the quadriceps and the hip flexor. Look forward and we hold. Release. Bring your elbows back out to the sides, forehead on the arms, and just rest here. If you want, move your hips from side to side. Elbows back underneath the shoulders. Lift up through the chest. And bend your left knee this time. Now you can stay here without grabbing the ankle, or you bring your left hand in, or your right hand in, and grab the ankle with the left hand. Let the hip fall towards the earth, turn your chest forward, and we hold. 3, 2, breathe deeply, and 1. Releasing, bring your elbows wide, everybody comes back down. Good, move your hips, relaxing here. Lift up your head, bring your elbows out into a cactus position. This is going to work the entire back chain of the body. Lift your elbows, lift your hands, head, and both legs. Squeeze the glutes really tightly to get the legs up. And we hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down, hands under the shoulders. Push up onto your hands and knees. Open your knees wide. Bring your hands off the right-hand side of the mat. Get that side body stretch. And we change, hands off the left-hand side. Stretching back. Coming back to center. You could sit down here with your knees wide onto your heels. Or you could bring your knees together and sit on your heels. Or if you prefer for your knees, you could stay kneeling, just like this. Let's raise our right arm. Bring the hand behind the neck and upper back. Left arm, you turn it and reach up to grab your right hand. Once you've got, if you don't have your hands, that's okay. You just reach for it. Once you've got your maximum position, close your eyes. It's believed in the yogic community that this position also helps to calm the body down, calms the heart rate, it relaxes the breath, and it's also believed that it helps to align the endocrine system. All of the release of hormones here become more aligned. That's what's believed. Open your eyes, release your hands, fingertips on the floor, roll your shoulders. And let's change sides. Left arm up, over the head, right arm, return it and reach up. See if you can grab the hands or just get to your maximum position. Once you're there, close your eyes. Deep, slow breaths. Good job. Open your eyes, releasing. Come up onto your hands and knees again, and bring your knees to the right-hand side of the mat. Sitting down on your left hip. Everyone come down onto your left-hand side. Your left arm underneath your head, your right hand in front of you. Lift the right leg. And we're going to stretch the leg as straight as possible. Turn the toes down, heels up. Heel is up. And you'll pulse here as high as possible. 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the leg down, lift from the side, crossing that top leg over the bottom leg. You could have your leg stretched as well, the bottom leg. And twist towards the hip. Just a nice, easy twist. Turn your head as well. Unwind, and we'll switch. Lie down on your right side now. Right arm underneath the head. Left hand in front of you. Stretch the leg out, toes down. So it's the top leg. Toes down, heel up. And we're just going to pulse upwards as high as possible. 10, 9, 8, 7, stick with it. 6, 5, good. 4, higher, a little bit higher. 3, yes, good. 2, 1, good job. Bring the leg down, lift from the side, cross that top leg over the bottom leg, grab a hold and twist. Unwind here. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Grab around your feet and do a gentle butterfly movement with your knees, up and down, very gentle butterfly. So you want to look for that stretch of the inner thighs. Deep breaths as you do this, lift the chest as well, shoulders open. 3, 2, 1. Keep the knees wide and softly bend forward, looking for a rotation into the hips and a stretch of the inner thighs. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Release this. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Keep your left knee bent. Hands behind you. Flex the right foot and push against your hands to lean forward, getting a stretch down the back body, but also down the back of the right leg. If it's okay with you and it's comfortable, bring your left arm out in front of you, grab the toes of the right foot or the ankle and pull more deeply into the stretch. Set your left hand on the floor to help your back to lift back up. Now bring the left hand behind you, behind the head. We're going to rise up onto the left knee, lift your hips up, lift your arm up, open up the front of the body, lean back, let your head go back, and then release back down. That's a beautiful opening stretch. Change legs, left leg out in front of you, toes pointing up to the sky, hands behind you to start. The right knee is bent out to the side. Lean forward. Leaning towards the leg. And if it's okay with you, bring the right arm around, grab either the ankle or the bottom of the foot and pull yourself down, making sure you're not going into any pain, any discomfort. You should feel the stretch and you should feel the resistance of your muscles. That's okay. Just no pain in the articulations. 3, 2, 1. The right hand is set down on the floor to help yourself to lift back up and bring the right hand behind you. Raise your left arm, hips go up, press into the knee, into the floor, reach back, opening up the front of the body. 3, 2, 1. Coming back down and releasing. Good job. If you have your sweater nearby, put it on, or take your blanket, place it around your shoulders. For the position, you could bring one foot in close to you, the other in front of it. You could sit up on a pillow if you wish. You could have the soles of your feet together, knees wide. Just find a position which is going to be comfortable for you just for a few minutes, just a few minutes. So from here, you'll take your right hand. This is my right hand. Bring your right hand across the front of your body and close off your left nostril with your 2 middle fingers. Breathe in through the right nostril. Close off your right nostril with your thumb and breathe out through your left nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril. Close off with the 2 middle fingers and breathe out through the right nostril. Again, just to practice, breathe in. Close off the right nostril, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close off the left nostril, breathe out through the right. Here we go, we're going to count. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close off, breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Close off, change, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close off, change, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close off and change. We add on 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close, hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, open left nostril, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close off both nostrils, hold. 2, 3, 4, open right nostril, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close both and hold. 2, 3, 4, left nostril, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close both, hold. 2, 3, last round, breathe out right nostril. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close off and hold. 2, 3, 4, breathe out left nostril. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, close off and hold. 2, 3, 4, bring your hand down and breathe normally in and out of both nostrils. As you breathe normally, bring your hands into your lap, touching softly the tips of each finger. So pinky to pinky, ring finger to ring finger, middle finger, index, and thumbs touching each other. You make a globe with your hands, hold them at your lap, and breathe deeply and slowly. See if you can remain completely still and unmoving. We'll hold this for just 1 minute. Stay calm. And focus on your hands. Good. Open your eyes. Lift your knees up. Turn so that you can lie down onto your mat. Grab behind your thighs and roll down. Set your feet at hip width, elbows into the floor, open the chest, and raise your hips up for your yogic bridge. This helps to open the front of the body. Very helpful just for the end of class. Take some deep, slow breaths and hold. Raise your arms up over your head, reach behind you, and bring your back down 1 vertebra at a time, very, very slowly. Open your feet as wide as your mat, let your knees fall to the right. 1 knee at a time, rise up. Let your knees fall to your left. one knee at a time, rise up. Lift your knees up to your chest, squeeze them tightly against the chest. Lift your head, bring your nose between your knees, and softly lower the head to the earth, stretching one leg at a time onto your mat. Cover yourself if you need to stay warm. Palms of the hands turn to the sky, and take some deep, slow breaths. As you breathe in again, see if you can get the breath into the diaphragm, and breathe out and release everything. Relax and soften your feet and your legs. Relax your hands and your arms. Relax from your hips to your shoulders. Relax the neck, throat, jaw. All of the muscles of the face. Relax all parts of your body. And imagine yourself standing on a line of bright light. The line is stretched out in front of you and behind you. What is stretched out in front is your future. What is stretched out behind you is your past. Take a moment to be grateful for all that you've learned, all that you've experienced in your past. And take a moment to look forward and get excited about the future. And imagine just in front of you is hovering a sphere. It's bright and shining. You hold out your hands and it lands in your hands just in front of you. imagine it slowly opens. And inside are all of your dreams and visions for the future. Allow the sphere to close again. And you bring the sphere against your chest and absorb it into the center of your chest. Begin breathing more deeply now. And start to move your fingers and your toes. Moving your hands and your feet. Bring yourself back to the present moment. And reach your arms over your head, stretching from fingers to toes. Softly lift your knees up against your chest and squeeze your knees against your chest. Good. Roll all the way to your right-hand side. Set your hands down in front of you and push into the floor to lift from the side, coming to a seated position. Nice job, everyone. Let's rub our hands together, coming back. Bring your hands over your face, softly tapping around your eyes. Shake the hands out. It's time, let's rub the hands together. And we're going to do a gentle exercise for the eyes. Place your fingertips just to the corners, outer corners of the eyes, and you'll pull very softly the skin out towards the temples, and you'll squeeze your eyes shut, working against the soft pull of the fingers, and open. Again, squeeze shut and open. 3 more times, squeeze shut, and you'll feel the tears to rise in the eyes. It's really good for irrigating the eyes. Again, 2 more times. And it's really, really good for all the skin around the eyes. Squeeze shut and open and relax. Blink your eyes a few times. Hands to your heart center. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Good job.